All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey, everybody, what's going on? How's it going? Let's get this thing kicked off on the right foot. Who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodi. Good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698, the Bodi hotline, fun line. Call the Bodi line. Say something nice to Bodi. Bodi's birthday was on the 29th of last month. Hey, leave a message. Sing her the birthday song, and we're going to get to all that in just a sec. But DeanBodi.com, we got the links on there. One will get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. The other link will get you over to the social, get you right over, blast you right over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show, YouTube channel. Bodi's the greatest. Bodi turned 6 years old on the 29th. I can't believe it's been 6 years already. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. The greatest 6 years of my life. As I said before on a previous episode, if I knew my soulmate was going to have 4 legs, it would have saved me a lot of money and aggravation. Oh yeah, he said it. Anyways, man, so a lot going on over here. And let me tell you, Bodi's going through it. Not only did she turn 6 years old, right? But in doggy years, it's 42. You know, she's dealing with the folliculitis. We're on the regimen. She's got real sensitive in the back area. But her fur's growing back. Hair, fur. It's all growing back. And she's handling it like a champ. And she sprained her paw. What can I tell you? Not only that, oh, you thought I was done. She started her cycle right on her birthday. Nice going, Bodi. Way to go. Talk about perfect timing as far as coming full circle with being born into the world and with all that schmeggy. She decided to, on her birthday, give back a little schmeggy. So she spotted right on her birthday. Nailed it. Perfect. Right on time, baby. That's how we're doing it over here. That's her 8th cycle since we've been together. And, you know, what can I tell you, man? We go with the flow over here. So it was game on. Thank God I had all the towels ready to go. We carpet bombed this whole entire apartment, as we call DeanBodi haberdashery. We carpeted the whole place with towels so she can do her zippity-doo-dah for 21 days. Now, as you know, DeanBodi calendar is not like everybody else's calendar because this is a 21-day birthday celebration. Why? Because she decided to leave her little zippity-doo-dah right on the birthday. That's her way of saying for the next 21-day cycle, every time she spots, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, I am Bodi, happy birthday to me, oh yeah. So that's how we're doing it. That's right, birthdays over here are 21 days. It might change next year. Months are not necessarily 30 days on the DeanBodi calendar. Days are not necessarily 24 hours. Weeks are not even like 7 days a week over here. We go 8, 10, 12-day weeks, 14-day weeks sometimes. Sometimes the month, I don't know, maybe it's going to go 45 days this month, and the birthday is going to go 21 days. If you're following us over here, DeanBodi, we do our thing. That's why you got to do your thing. You just got to get through it. And, you know, I just wanted to say, Bodi's the greatest of all time, if I haven't said that already. And Alexa is going to get involved right now as we go back and we get involved with the birthday celebration. Let's jazz it up a little bit. Hey, Alexa, sing Bodi the birthday song.
Sorry, I don't know that. But I do have a skill you might like.
Wait, hey, Alexa, stop. See, things don't always work out perfectly, as you can see. This is how we're going to roll today. I can just tell already. We go A to Z. We don't edit on this show. We go A to Z. We flip the mic on. We put it in the can. Alexa, sing the birthday song.
Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Bodi.
Happy birthday to you.
Bodi.
Happy birthday, happy
Bodi.
Happy birthday to you, and many more.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, happy birthday to Bodi. The love of my life, the greatest 6 years of my life by far, the longest relationship I've ever been in. I mean, what can I tell you? All positive with the Bodster. So she sprained her paw. Now let me explain to you what goes on here at the DeanBodi haberdashery, because Bodi does something what we call the Bodi 500. You know, like the Daytona 500? Bodi does the Bodi 500. She'll grab a toy, and lately it's been the pumpkin toy for some reason. It's got this big smiley face on it. It's got a little squeaker inside, and she brings it, and it's like the size of the size of a I don't know, like a large orange, and she can just bite right into it, shake it around. It's all fluffy and puffy and squeaky, and she's been nailing it. So she grabbed it, and I threw it down the hall like we always do, and she goes flying around, banks off her bed, does her helicopter spin move, showing off to me and letting me know that she's got some new moves, flies back down the hall, banks off the love seat and the couch, and does about 3 laps like that, does a little fancy footwork, and then looks at me like, ta-da! And the next day she was limping a little bit, so she went a little overboard, as we all do from time to time. And let me tell you, it goes back to even when she was a little pup, we'd go to the dog park. She'd be messing around with the bigger dogs or whatever and do her little flipping around and chasing dogs around and doing their little play, and they wrestle and stuff. And the next day she'd have a little limp, like a sports injury, you know? Anyways, usually it's a 3-day process and then it's all better again. This one went to the 4th day. It's all better now, but, 1 day extra healing as we're getting older, as I'm going through my own thing over here with the gout and all that stuff. Oh, by the way, no flare-ups for weeks now. We got it dialed in. Why? Because we have our special forces lined up. Not only do we have our arms forces keeping the monosodium urate crystals at bay, or as they call them in the special forces, MUCs, okay? So now we got the special forces. Oh, yeah, you can call them the Gout Green Beret. Oh, yeah, you can call them the Gout Navy SEALs. We got the SEAL team, we got the Berets down there, and they're trying to get in. And you know what? The special forces are looking them right in the eye, the MUCs, and they're saying, Oompa, loompa, doopa-dee-doo. You can't come in and I got you. Oompa, loompa, doopa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you turn around and run. Ya-dee-da-da-da-da-bee-da-ba-boo. Zip-a-da-dee and a zip-a-dee-doo. So anyway, those are handling this, and that's handling that, and we got it all dialed in. As we doing things to help the kidneys function better with things like the healthy lemonade that I guzzle first thing in the morning, waking up the organ saying, hey, liver and kidney, how are you? We're going to give you a nice little massage before we start our day. That's all. Little apple cider vinegar. Just as a reminder, when we call this the healthy lemonade DeanBodi style, I'll give you the recipe again in case you want to know. I don't want to leave you guys out of something that you should all start your day with, something like this. So you get the big Voss water bottle. It's a glass bottle, which I love that fact that it's glass, number one. It doesn't denature like the plastics and all that stuff. So you get the big one. You fill it with water. If you want to fill it with sparkling water and really crank up your zippity-doo-dah, you can, but I'm doing it regular water right now. Okay? So regular water, you get some organic stevia. Sweet leaf is a good one. You get the little, the dropper, and I squeeze 1 full dropper in there, okay? Then you get the organic lemon juice. You can use real lemons if you want organic and get your little lemon squeezer and do that whole cut them up and that whole thing. Or just get the little bottles of the organic lemon juice, works out great. Shake it up real good. You got to shake up the apple cider vinegar with the mother from Bragg's really good. Get that little stuff that's stuck to the bottom there. Shake it up, make sure it's all mixed in there, all nicey nice. And you take the apple cider vinegar. I don't really measure it. You figure a couple chugs, because it's a big glass, right? Bottle. Couple chugs of the apple cider vinegar, couple chugs of the lemon juice, one full dropper of the stevia organic. Fill it with water, and you shake it up really good, and then fill the rest up with water. Filtered water, of course. And it comes out really good. And it lasts me for a few days. And you can pick it up and guzzle some whenever you feel like it. But you start off your day with a nice little couple guzzles of that. And get the kidneys and the liver and all that stuff all nicey, ready to roll. And it's a good practice to get into. Because when it comes to this uric acid monster, okay, it's about the kidneys aren't expelling the uric acid as well as they used to when I was a younger whippersnapper. And I can live off things like everything from the ice cream man. So now we got to treat him a little bit better while we're on this other regimen to keep the uric acid down. And we go through the year like this. And then we'll start weaning off and reversing this puppy. So we're medication free and we got it dialed in, and we'll do our cheat day once a week and we'll get our life moving forward. That's how we're going to do it until we live to 150 years old. We'll see. Okay. So I got a funny story. I got to tell you, you ever see that picture of the 3 horses lined up? Let me see. 1, 2, it's 4 horses. Okay, the first 2 horses, now follow me on this one. You've probably seen it. The first 2 horses' faces are looking into the camera, right? The third horse is turned the other way where its butt is facing the camera, or we can call it the horse's ass. And then the fourth horse, his face is looking in the camera. And the caption reads, "We all have that one friend." Okay, so that being said, I have a friend that travels, okay? And he decides, and he's one of those that likes to push people's buttons. And one of those likes to flex the ego. And one of those that likes to just kind of bring on the energy and just irritate the entire room when possible. So he walks on the airplane, American Airlines, and they have a rule. Of course, you got to wear a mask unless you're actively eating. Okay? Let me say it again. Unless you're actively eating. Obviously, when you get your meal or whatever, you can't eat through your mask. So as you're actively eating, common sense says when the meal is done and all that, and you're all dialed in, you put the mask back on. Common sense would tell you to do that, right? Oh, yeah. So he decides that because he has a bag of cashews and he's watching a movie, and the movie's, 90 minutes, and he's going to relate the cashews like, if you're in a movie theater eating popcorn, you're actively eating. Okay? So you're actively eating all the way through the movie for 90 minutes and not really following the mask guidelines because in your mind, you're actively eating. So at the end of the flight attendant says, "Please put your mask on." He goes, "I'm still actively eating. These are your policies. These are American Airlines policies, so I'm actively eating." She says, "Well, you got to put your mask on. You haven't worn it most of the flight." And blah, 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 blah. So, in his mind, okay, the button pusher or the horse that's facing the other way, the horse's ass looking into the camera, we all have that one friend. He thinks it's like eating popcorn in a movie. and I'm actively eating. So basically, if everybody on the plane brought in a bag of cashews, nobody would have to wear a mask. Come on. So, at the end of the day, to make a long story short, he got banned from American Airlines until their policy changes and you don't have to wear a mask anymore, which is never going to happen because of the variants that are going to be coming and all the other little zippity doodads. And now, if you have a vaccine, you still need to wear a mask, but you can, not have to get tested if you have the vaccine card. And you can see where the road is going. I think some colleges now, or, you can't even enroll or you can't come on if you don't have your vaccine card. You see where this is headed. Okay, so there you go. That's the story of the cashews on the plane. And if you're actively eating, you don't have to wear one. Or unless you have a giant bag of cashews, you're exempt from wearing a mask. Oh, yeah. So anyway, let's get real. Some people learn the lessons the hard way. I know I have in my life, but this was kind of funny. And what are you going to do? Hey, Millie!
Yeah! Did you hear what he said about his friend? We all have that one friend like the horse's ass facing the other way. I know, that's too funny! And you have to put the mask on like you're supposed to. Eating cashews, you don't have to wear a mask. Oh my God, what a crazy person!
So anyway, that being said, let's see what's going on over here, DeanBodi. There's a lot going on. Bodi's doing well. We're doing our thing in regimen. Not to mention from the doggy dermatologist, that little squeeze pump with the, call it a tincture, call it a, what do you call it? A solution, call it a, whatever you want to call it. That I got to do 2 pumps in the morning and 2 pumps at night so she can build an immunity to all these other weird weeds and grasses and things around Texas. What can I tell you? I'm following the program because I want her to be as comfortable as possible while we're going through this. So let's see what's going on over here. And not to mention the big ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal. Seriously. And now we're going to have a toilet paper shortage again. But it worked, though, because I ordered some more. So listen. The weather wasn't even rough. The big old ship got stuck. Because the goofy captain and the weirdo crew, the big old ship was stuck. The big old ship was stuck. And Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Marianne at the Suez Canal. What we need is Archie Bunker to go on that ship, walk up to the skipper and say, "Hey, skipper, you are a meathead. From the neck up, meathead you." Okay? So, unstick it. Obviously, that guy didn't pass his, or girl, whoever's driving the ship at the Suez Canal, didn't pass their parallel parking test and the driving test. Oh, yeah. So, listen. Craziness going on. We're having a great time over here, DeanBodi. We're doing our thing. We got our 21-day cycle we got to deal with. We got this place carpet bombed with towels. Bodi's doing her thing. I'm doing my thing. We're doing our thing at DeanBodi Show. So check it out. We got bulletproof sleep stuff. We got Dr. Squatch and we got Dr. Scholls. Hold on one second here, because the one thing that should have set the alarm off when the Suez Canal got blocked. Oh, yeah. I've been trying these Dr. Scholl's things out. I'm like, you know what? My feet were kind of bothering me as I'm walking around the neighborhood with the Boatster. So I said, let's give him a try. Let's get some Dr. Scholl's. So I go online, I look him up, and Dr. Scholl's has got these different kinds of products. We got the one that you're on a cloud of air. We got the other one for the runner with the extra cushy whooshy. We got the other one if you're standing and working for a long period of time for those kinds of shoes. We got the one that if you walk to make your walking easier. They're all very similar. You're all doing the same thing. Last time I checked that you can't work standing without walking. You can't walk without first standing. You know? Okay, Tricky Ricky, Dr. Scholli, with the whole crossover zippity-doo-dah, confusing everybody and throwing your little special sauce in there and having different products that all do the same thing. Okay? So, we got the one for the walking. So I get it and it comes and you got to cut it with a scissor on the size of your foot, like you used to do in arts and crafts when you were a little tiny whiny. Remember that? When not before elementary school, kindergarten and nursery school, you had your little scissors with the rounded edges. You had your paste with the brush. Oh my gosh, all of that crazy stuff. I remember the times where we used to make stuff out of clay. And they would take your little clay that you would make some kind of weird coffee mug or ashtray or something back in the day for Mother's Day or something. And it would come out all oblong and weird shaped. And they would put it in a kiln and harden your little clay, your little thing that you made. When's the last time you ever used a kiln? We did some cool stuff when we were little whippersnappers back in the day. So, that being said, you have to cut the Dr. Scholl. See, everything we ever needed to know, we learned in nursery school. So while we're back to arts and crafts, Dr. Scholl brings out the arts and crafty in you. You got to cut out the size of your foot with the scissor, and you put it in the shoe. Pretty cool, actually. What a great concept. What a great business. And the one thing I learned from the sneaker guy one time, when he put in the special inserts that I bought, he took the original one out and put the new one in. I learned that from them because sometimes back in the day, I would put the new one on top of the old one. It would be too high. So remembering what the sneaker guy did, I took the old one out and put the new Dr. Scholl in and walked around. Let me tell you, the Tootsies felt better. And I ended up, the funny thing is, they felt great the first day. The next day, my feet were sore. And the next day after that, they were still sore. And I said to myself, what's going on? I know what's going on. It changed the pressure points a little bit, right? And it shifted where the stresses are on your foot, so it made it a little sore. Doesn't mean it's bad. I just had to work through it, and on day number 4, it was not sore again. So they ended up working out really well in the long run. So I decided to go back online, and I said, maybe I need the runner one, which is probably going to be thicker to absorb the shock when you run. We'll try it. And then maybe I should get the one where you're at work and standing on your feet all day for those kinds of shoes and see if that's it. Because last time I checked, you can't walk without standing. Okay? And then I said, oh, look at that one. It's like walking on a cloud of air. Let's try that one because clouds of air are fun and those should feel good. So I have the other 3 in the closet now waiting for me to use them because I got all tricky rickied from Dr. Scholl with the crossover. You don't know what's going on. They all sound like they're going to feel good, but we'll try it out. Anyway, Dr. Scholl, nice going, way to go. Speaking of the doctors, what about Dr. Squatch? Dr. Squatch has had some real good natural soaps that I've been using, and we got oh my gosh, spearmint basil, I think one of them is. We got one that's aloe something. We got another one that's got grapefruit whatever. And they smell very spa-like, right? But the one that's got the basil in it, I don't know, maybe it's for the guy that wants to smell like a pizzeria all day over there at Joey's Pizza. When I used to work at a pizzeria, I would come home smelling like a pizza. My clothes were like garlic, like you wouldn't believe, as a busboy. Back in the day, man, oh man, the whole house would smell like an Italian restaurant until they went into the laundry. And I think even then, they were still in the clothes. Too crazy. So that spearmint basil soap reminds me of that. But the point I'm trying to make is they come nice big square chunks of soap, you know? And you get in the shower and you smell it. It smells, it's not like your regular soap. It's something special. You know when you stay at the 5-star hotel and you pick up the soap and you're like, gosh, where do they get this stuff? It smells very spa-like. It changes your mood. It changes your attitude, you know? So no matter what's happening, your toes are still tapping. So I got some of the Dr. Squatch soapies. Loving them. Love them all. There are no detergents. It's all natural. It smells some like an Italian restaurant. The other one smells like grapefruit. The other one smells like an aloe, ocean breezy, whatever. And you feel like you're in a spa a little bit while you're taking a shower and getting ready for your day. And you take a big whiff and you give yourself a little bit of like an aromatherapy treatment while you're at it. Come on, man. Then you go take a big guzzle of the healthy lemonade and you get moving, baby. Oh, yeah. Hey, Alexa, what's the joke of the day?
Today I have a bartender joke. A basketball rolls into a bar. The bartender says, "Can I help you?" The basketball replies, "Heard you need a bouncer."
Oh, yeah. With the bartender joke. Oh, man, come on. I was in the nightclub business for 15 years, maybe 12 years or, 13. So that hits home. And basketball walks into the bar and whatever, and heard you need a bouncer. Speaking of bouncers, Big Mike was the bouncer down at the Marietta Square when I used to bartend at a place called... down in the Marietta Square in Georgia. The place was called... Oh, it's going to come to me in a second. I know it is. But anyway, Big Mike was the bouncer, and you didn't get thrown out at that place. Oh, Water Street was the place. You didn't get thrown out. You didn't get asked to leave by Big Mike. Big Mike picked you up in the air. One hand was on your belt, the other one was on the back of your shirt, and you got thrown out and tumbled down the stairs onto the sidewalk. You're not coming back, says Big Mike. I'm telling you, man, he was awesome. Big Mike, if you're listening to DeanBodi Show, if I ever come across Water Street Bouncer, hey, I love you. I miss you. I hope you're doing well out there. You're a killer. So that being said, we're doing a lot of stuff over here, DeanBodi. Let's see what's going on over here. We did, the bulletproof stuff. Oh, yeah. We did the P.F. Chang pepper steak, baby. All right. And the Boston Market cancellation. First of all, let's get into the whole carrot cake extravaganza. Because Bodi's birthday, we did the carrot cake. And we ran into a little bit of a problem with the carrot cake people for some reason. So... Boston Market decides to give us chocolate cake instead. You can't give dogs chocolate. They must have ran out of carrot cake and didn't bother asking me if I wanted the chocolate instead or the apple pie or whatever. Let's just send the chocolate. Needless to say, we didn't eat it. So then we have another place called The Ranch. They have, before I get to that one, there's this other new place we found, Hourglass, like our place, Hourglass. The name is still throwing me off. I'm not really sure what it means, glass of wine, whatever, Hourglass. I don't get it, but the food is really good. So they have a carrot cake. They have the cheesecake, but they had the white cheesecake, and which is really good, okay? So the last time it came, the chocolate cake came. Chocolate cheesecake out of the blue. I'm like, wait a minute, we can't have chocolate. So strike two on the birthday carrot cake. I'm getting a little frustrated. So then I go to Amazon, to the Whole Foods, because they can do the carrot cake too. More than one way to skin a cat. I go and place the order on Amazon. Then I get the email back saying 2 items are not available. One of them was the carrot cake, and the other one was something else I forget. Strike 3 on the carrot. I'm like, this is Bodi's birthday. What are you trying to do? Bamboozle us on the carrot cake? I got one more option without having to actually get into the Uber, go over to the Tom Thumb and go get it. One other option was a place called The Ranch. They have a home-style cake for dessert, and it's their version of carrot cake. So they had one. It came. It took 4 tries. I finally got it. Bodi and I had our celebration with sharing some carrot cake, having a little zippity-doo-dah. We had a nice little birthday feast. Man, oh man, the love of my Bodi is endless. Who's the good girl? She's the good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah, the good girl, Bodi. Yeah, the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698 Bodi hotline, phone line. Call the Bodi line. Say a birthday song to Bodi if you would. Remember, March 29th, she turned 6 years old. She's going 21 days of the birthday journey because she decided to start her cycle on her birthday. So now 21 days of the cycle, every time she puts a little spot somewhere, she's saying, happy birthday to me. My spot is boopy. Zippity-da-doo-dee. Happy birthday to me. The other link will get you over to the social DEANBODI space show YouTube channel. If you like what's going on over here, consider subscribing. Click the like. If you go to the podcast, a nice 5-star rating and a nice review would be awesome. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. You don't want to miss any of these shows. Why? Because these are real shows. We're coming at you, man, DeanBodi. And let me tell you, we are going through some things over here, but we're getting through it. You go one day at a time. You know? Crazy people with the cashews on a plane. Follow the rules. We live in a different world now. Put the mask on. Do what you gotta do and stop pushing people's buttons. We all gotta get along as we move forward in, I don't know, planet phase 2. Okay? Until we all move to Mars, that's what we gotta do. So that's our carrot cake story. That's the Dr. Scholls story. That's the Dr. Squatch soapy story. And I don't know what to tell you, man. All kinds of fun stuff going on over here at the DeanBodi Show. And, hey, listen. Let's do another thing. ALEXA. Hey, Alexa, tell us a knock-knock joke.
Okay, here we go. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Isaiah.
Isaiah who?
The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you.
Wow. She's coming through today or what, man? Not only with the birthday song, not only with the knock-knock joke, not only with the joke of the day, my sidekick is a rock star like nobody else's business. So, listen. Let's see what's going on over here before we wrap things up, DeanBodi. We had a couple little nuggets here I wanted to share. And, what can I say here? We got the GoDaddy. GoDaddy's doing their thing and helping me out. Numbers are going up on a daily. They got the algorithm dialed in. We're on the first page on Google search with personal life stories, podcasts for personal life stories, personal life experiences also. And they're getting that dialed in with the SEO for me. What can I say, man? We're having fun over here. And I think that we got this gout thing handled right now. We're doing our thing. We're eating some stuff that we want to eat too. We're not making ourselves crazy. Because, when you eat stuff that you like, you know what? It puts a smile on your face. When you have to go down and 3 doors go slamming shut in your face because they don't have the right carrot cake, you open up the 4th door and you keep knocking until you find the right piece of carrot cake. As we do over here, DeanBodi. So listen, let's make the rest. Oh, wow. First of all, happy Passover. Happy Easter. You're doing Ramadan. You're celebrating wherever you want to celebrate, whatever you're dialed into. to the you know who upstairs. Prayers going out from DeanBodi to all of you, and I hope you're enjoying your thing. We got Easter Sunday coming up this weekend, and hope whoever's celebrating Passover had a beautiful Passover season or holiday, and the Ramadan or whatever you're celebrating or however it goes. God bless you as well, as we're all coming together as one big family, spiritual vibe. All the prayers going out from DeanBodi. We want the world to be a healthier place, a happier place. Say hi to a neighbor today. Do something nice for somebody else. You know, give the mail person a high five. Wave hi to your UPS guy and your FedEx driver. Appreciation going out to all of these people that are working, the deliveries that we get, the transportation that's available. What can I tell you? It's unbelievable. DeanBodi show is coming at you, man. And make this weekend an awesome one. Treat yourself to something nice, okay? And Bodi says hi. Bodi's doing well. And we're doing our thing over here. We're walking around with our new Dr. Scholls inserts. And we have a little cushy wushy. And, remember, the foundation of your body is your feet. Treat them nice, and they'll make you feel better. Okay? So, have an awesome weekend. We're going to be coming at you soon. Don't worry. DeanBodi's not going anywhere. Thanks for all your support out there. And, hey, let's sing it one more time before we go. Who's the best girl? Good girl, Bodi. Good girl. Good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com, 800-878-9698. Have an awesome day. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah.